Uh, Today we are going to continue the robotic system. Okay, robotic vision system for machine vision system for robots. Clear. So last class we have been discussed the basic building blocks of various components of a machine vision. Okay. So today we are going to continue with that. Before that, we will recap those things. Okay. So vision system for robots. Uh, Say basically the front end to the vision system is lighting. So lighting is the front end to the entire machine vision system, robo vision system. So it provides light and eliminates the shadow in the image. We already seen the different type of lighting techniques: front lighting, back lighting, structured lighting, and different type of illumination techniques also that's seen. Most of the cases LED also play vital role in the lighting systems. So through lighting, the camera and its optics provide the video image. So the camera and the optics provide the video image. So the video image is stored in the frame grabber via ADC. Okay, via ADC. So through ADC, the camera image along with the lens, it converts, the ADC converts the image into binary or gray level images, gray level in pixels. So in the frame grabber, it captures the image frame into the digital format. So in the frame grabber, the signal is like a pixel format. So already last class itself I informed you the pixels. The olden days 256 into 256 pixels, then little bit higher resolution 512 into 512 pixels, and so on. So from the frame grabber, a preprocessor is used to enhance the image quality. So we have to reduce the data volume, but the object has to improve with the help of the various segmentation techniques. Okay, the segmentation techniques. We already seen that there are three segmentation techniques. One is thresholding, and another one is region growing and edge detection. So three techniques in the pre-processor stage. Then processor in this stage image recognition, image analysis. So image processing and analysis involved here. So with the help of standard programming softwares. Along with the frame grabber, we can synchronize the various sensors. The sensors acts as a input to the machine vision system. For example, proximity sensor or thumb wheel switch. So similar type of sensors are synchronized. That sensor tells the frame grabber to capture current video image. So when object approaches the proximity sensor in the field, so frame grabber, it tells to the frame grabber to catch the signal image. Then after processed in the computer, it is passed through I/O interface and connects the process to I/O devices. I/O devices are nothing but motors or any solenoid valves any other output interface. So through various communication links. So in the communication links these communication links provide access to the other devices. Even nowadays, DCS, SCADA, supervisory control and data acquisition system, SCADA, and the distributed control system. The distributed control system also called decentralized control system. So there are various communication modules called the data buses. So industrial data buses, Modbus, Profibus, process control bus, like that. Various data buses, network buses are connected for I/O interface. Finally, the output devices. It controls the machine or manipulator of the robot. So this is the lighting. We already discussed various type of lighting. So the lighting can be in form of incandescent bulb, high frequency fluorescent strobe, arrays of LED. Okay. So these are all lighting techniques. This is our camera and optics. So already seen what are the types of camera. In olden days, Vidicon tube. Vidicon tube. Then after that, solid state. After the evolution of solid state devices, CCD, charge coupled devices, and charge injection devices. These two are two different type of solid state cameras, right? So these purpose of this camera and optics are synchronizing sensor triggers when video information is needed for a system. Okay, cameras can be black or white, color or infrared. So depending on the process requirement, we can equip. You can also have infrared camera, IR cameras, IR cameras here. So optics are used for light gathering. So the focusing, mainly for focusing purpose. These are all synchronizing sensors. These sensors synchronize with the frame grabber. The synchronizing sensor detects the event, the machine or process that triggers video image to be captured. Sensors can be mechanical limit switches, proximity sensors, photoelectronic devices, etc. The output of synchronizing sensor feed to the frame grabber to capture the image. This is the typical frame grabber module. This frame grabber converts analog video signal into a digital format. There are two formats mostly, not normally color image is not preferred. Most of the cases gray signal or binary signal. Okay, gray signals have 2 power 8 quantization levels, whereas binary have only 2, either 0 or 1. So this the modern devices capture streams of frames using compression algorithm. So there are modern compression algorithms have come into literature. So we are not going to touch in detail about the algorithm and all. Just we are going to see the outline. The frame grabber is triggered by an external device of sensor in the machine vision system, that is synchronizing sensor. This is a preprocessor. The function is to compress the digitized video signal into as much as possible to accommodate in the data volume. Okay, the enable process more efficiently process the vision information, allowing the faster information system. Okay, then programming software. This programming software is used to process the algorithm for vision system. So the software is mainly used for the vision system include C, C++, Python, GUI, graphical utility interface, drag and drop graphical languages are used mainly for machine vision system. So this is typical processor, Omron. Company name is Omron. Typical processor used for machine vision system, robo machine vision. The processor is programmed to compare the image from the grabber to the stored comparison image. Once the comparison has been made, go or no go decision is made, and a set of programmed operations take place by setting the outputs via input-output interface. So the processor can be standalone dedicated unit, or a PC, or a PLC, or a SCADA with a vision coprocessor interface module, or maybe an embedded controller. So the processor may or may not include the frame grabber, may or may not, separately also available, which can be standalone device. These are all few output devices. This is the robo manipulator, robo arm, robo manipulator, robo manipulator. These are all motors. These are all see. This is hydraulic device manipulator. The output devices are used to control machine functions from comparison of vision frames taken by the system. Once compared, the process right to the output devices to take action, which enables machine function as a starting motors, changing speed, moving a robo arm. These are programmed in the machine programmer during the configuration of the system. So this is the recap about the machine vision. So today we are going to continue with the segmentation. As I informed you, segmentation of three technology. First is thresholding. Thresholding is nothing but say this is a called a spectrum. Okay, spectrum. Okay, let it be here, no problem. Spectrum. Okay, so here this say this is object image. So it gives one, say one. So one for object image. This is for background. Okay, so in between the valley is there. That valley is considered as a threshold. So minimum valley. This value is called threshold of the image. Okay, so the binary conversion threshold is a binary conversion technique. Okay, by utilizing frequency histogram. This is the frequency histogram of the image, establishing what intensity, that is gray level. Okay, gray level is to be in the border between black and white. Black and white. White is say white is object, the background is black. So since it is necessary to differentiate between object and background, the procedure is to establish a threshold and assign. So here this one is white. Say this is white signal, the frequency white signal. This is background signal. This is black, say black. So to establish a difference between object and the object and the background, we assume that there is a minimum level. Normally threshold is nothing but the minimum value below which we cannot maybe detected. Okay, which cannot be detected. So this position in the frequency spectrum, this position is called threshold value. So that is to be assigned in the image pixels of the frame grabber. So this is the first thing we have to do. We have to assign the threshold values of the images. Next is region growing. See region growing. Region growing is collection of segmentation techniques in which pixels are grouped, either zeros or ones. In the regions are called grid elements. Say grid elements. based on the attribute similarities, based on background and object level and background. It may be either gray level or binary level. So the defined regions, first we have to define the regions in which the object image is available. So defined images that can be examined as to whether they are independent or whether they are independent or can be merged to the other regions by means of an analysis of the difference in the average. I will show with the image, that then only you can understand. To differentiate between the objects and the background, assign 1 for object and 0 for background. Okay, so assign 1 for any grid element occupied by an object, 0 for background. You see here, this is a typical image. Say this is one image of an object. So we have to region growing. Region growing means assign one value for object, wherever object available in the frame grabber. This is, say, this is frame grabber. Frame grabber. So in the frame grabber, we have to assign. So this is the assigned decoded region growing images. So this, you see, 1, 1, 1. This indicates the regions are growing. Regions are growing by object image. So other areas, these areas which is not mentioned 0, because those are all 0 means actually we have to put 0 in all pixels. That means background. So this is another rectangular object. The region growing assignment is like this. So we have to put 1 for object, 0 for background. So this is a typical example for region growing assignment. Then next is edge detection. So this is the region growing. Actually, in the region growing, there are two types. One is edge touching, or one is pixel fixing. You see here, this region growing. So first you have to assign here for see this from this object to we have to assign zeros and ones for region growing. After that, the region growing, we have to cover all the borders. See, this is one boundary. Say you take it as boundary. This is boundary. This is boundary. Actually, this is boundary covering. Okay, this is the region growing path. This is the, say, here we will put it. This is path for region growing. Region growing. Path for region growing. Say here we have to start. This is the starting point. Starting point. Here we have to start. Enter into the first pixel towards this direction. See, this is called coding. Okay, so crack coding, that is called crack coding. We can assign the crack coding in 3 directions. Say this direction. If it goes this direction, you assign 0 code. If downwards, when the region growing move downwards, 1, towards right side, 2, towards up, when we move up, say 3. So you see here, here is 1 because here is 2 because it is going towards this direction, 2. Then up means 3. So 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, then 3, 2, 3, left side 0. Then here going up 3, 2, 3. Okay, here move towards this side 0, then 3, 2, downwards again 1. Okay, it moves from here, it goes to this side and cover here. Here is 2, then 3, 2. So like that, we have to cover the boundary of the object in the pixel boundary of the object, the entire pixel boundary by assigning this. Then you can write the code, crack code, that is called code. The code is the code, boundary code, where starting is 2, then 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, etc. like that. So after covering all the regions, finally this is the end point. So this is end point. End point. So this is the method of coding the object coding, right? So this is called a region growing. So far we have been discussed the image data reduction techniques, digital conversion, that is from gray level to binary level. We also solved one problem. It reduces the data volume from gray to binary. Then windowing. What is windowing? Windowing is if entire big image is available, in that big image we can select a particular region. So that is a small window size. We particularly grab a small region and do analyze. That is called windowing technique. So also in the segmentation stage, we discuss about thresholding and region growing and edge detection. Okay, edge detection. So next we are going to see feature extraction. What is feature extraction? So the feature extraction is a 2D. We are going to cover only 2-dimensional objects. So there are some parameters available in the feature extraction for 2-dimensional object. Based on the parameter, we can collect the size, shape, area, and various parameters of the object. So we are going to see various types of objects, right? So what are those features? First feature is area. Okay, area of the object. Area. So first feature is, let me window is very small in size, wide screen. Okay. First is first one is area. So how many total pixels available in the image? So area. Next is diameter. These are all the parameters useful for extracting the future image. Diameter. Minimum aspect ratio. Minimum aspect ratio. Then 4, thinness. Thinness. Compactness. Better I write it. Compactness. Another important one is center of gravity. Center of gravity. Then chord, eccentricity. Another parameter we can have it as eccentricity. Okay. Area, diameter, minimum aspect ratio, thinness, compactness, center of gravity, eccentricity. These are all the different parameters. Say, I will explain with some object, shape. Okay, tools. In some tools, we can estimate this. Please, all of you take calculator. I will ask one by one. Okay. The next class onwards, please bring calculator. Kekudunga?
Yes, sir.
Be ready to calculate. Area, diameter, even we can have perimeter. Okay, perimeter. 7, 8. Perimeter. Perimeter. Okay. Perimeter. Holes. 9 holes. Then 10 movements. Okay. Then okay. So for particular image, we have to estimate these parameters. So from this parameter, we can conclude the image property. We can extract the future of the image. Okay. Next is go. So you see here. Say this is some image. Segmented image from RoboVision. Say these are all pixels. I highlighted only pixels, pixel values for object, not for background. So actually, the background, this is the background image. In the background, the values are 0. So see here, this values are 0. So background, I applied only in the image. Consider this is an image. We have to extract this image. We have to extract the features from the image. Okay. So first, tell me, you please take down determine for this schematic image, determine area. Okay, determine area. Take down, determine area. First area. Calculate area. Perimeter. Perimeter. Then diameter. Diameter. Minimum aspect ratio, MAR, minimum aspect ratio. Okay. Then center of gravity, thinness, Please let us do. So what is area? Any idea about area? Anybody? The total number of pixels available in the picture is nothing but area. Okay. Total number of pixels. Can you tell me how many pixels are highlighted? How many pixels are highlighted in this image? Huh?
24, sir.
Very good. So let us take n. N is area. The n value. N equal to 20. சொல்லுங்க. ஹலோ ஹலோ மியூட் பண்ணுங்க. நான் மியூட் பண்றேன். Mute all. Hello, unmute yourself. Hello. Next is perimeter. Perimeter. Okay. We are going to calculate perimeter. See, start here. Start here. 1. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So perimeter எவ்வளவு? 26. You know how to calculate perimeter? Anyone? Hello, வாய் தரங்க. யாருமே வாய் தரலையா? எல்லாரும் வீடியோ ஆன் பண்ணுங்க. அதான் செய்யணும் இப்போ.
தெரியும் சார், பெரிமீட்டர் கால்குலேட் பண்ண தெரியும் சார். பெரிமீட்டர் தெரியும் சார், இப்பதான் சார் சொல்றேன் பார்த்தேன்.
எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்க தெரியுதா? வாட் இஸ்
எஸ் சார். ஃபுல்லா டோட்டல் பவுண்டரியில சார், பவுண்டரியில இருக்கிற பாக்ஸ்லாம் கவுண்ட் பண்ணுங்க.
Total boundary length of the pixel. Okay.
Okay sir.
Now, what is diameter? You see, the minimum enclosing rectangle. You see here, the minimum enclosing rectangle. The minimum enclosing rectangle. This is an enclosing rectangle of the image. So in this image, the longest this length is diameter. Longest that is length. Okay, this is diameter. That is length. This is also called length. This is width. Okay, this is width. So what is the diameter value? How many pixels in the diameter? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So diameter is 9. Diameter is 9. Okay. Minimum aspect ratio. What is the minimum aspect ratio? First to take down the formulas better, then only you can easily tell. Minimum aspect ratio. One more period. So length, diameter, length equal to 9. Sorry. Length equal to 9. Minimum aspect ratio means length by width. Okay, length by width. That is minimum aspect ratio. Length equal to 9, width equal to 4. Okay, good. Thinness. Thinness is nothing but diameter by perimeter by diameter. Okay, thinness equal to diameter by. There are two definitions for thinness. One is called compactness. That is perimeter square by area. Perimeter square by area. Perimeter thinness. Thinness equal to perimeter square. Perimeter square. Oh, sorry. Perimeter square by area. Another, this is also called compactness. So similarly, diameter by area. Diameter by area is also called thinness. Thinness equal to diameter by area. So first let us calculate each and every one. So we calculated area. So area is how much? 24 pixels. Area 24 pixels. Then diameter is 9 pixels. Length is also 9 pixel. Width is 4 pixel. Perimeter is 26 pixel. Minimum aspect ratio is 9/4. That is length by width. Thinness, let us calculate thinness. Perimeter square by area. So perimeter is 26 square by 24. That will give you thinness, compactness. This thinness is diameter 9/24. This gives thinness. So this thinness is called compactness. So that is compactness or thinness also called perimeter square by area. So please calculate the values for each and every parameter. Now we find the center of gravity. You know how to find center of gravity for this object, this two-dimensional object, center of gravity. What is the formula for center of gravity? Let us see. The formula for center of gravity is, actually we have to find for two axes. One is for x-axis, about x-axis. What is the middle point about x-axis? What is the middle point about y-axis? So we have to calculate two center of gravity line. One is about x-axis, other one is about y-axis. Okay. So center of gravity about x. Which is 25. Say, I write here, center of gravity about x-axis line equal to 1 by n total area about y I. Okay, yi. Center of gravity of y axis, about y axis equal to 1 by n. N is area, xi. Okay, so we have to find the center of gravity of individual pixels with the reference frame. So which is reference frame here? You see, this is the reference frame. This is the reference frame. About y, this is about x. So this is x axis. So this is sorry, this is y axis, y axis. So from each pixel, say from this pixel, for this pixel, first let us find about y axis. Y axis means we have to find the middle value of this pixel from this reference. Can you tell me what is the length? The one pixel is full length. Middle is how much? Anybody? Nobody. கேக்குதா நான் பேசுறது?
Sir, root 2, sir. ஒரு ஸ்கொயர் தானே சார் டயகனல்?
புரியல.
ஒரு ஸ்கொயர் டயகனல் தானே சார்?
ஒரு பிக்சலோட மிடில் பாயிண்ட் என்னமா?
0.5.
1/2, ரைட்டா?
எஸ் சார்.
இப்போ பாருங்க, இப்போ இந்த பிக்சலுக்கு see அது எதுலயா சென்சிங்க என்ன see this pixel no this is x1 say this distance is xi x1 இந்த பிக்சலுக்கு இந்த ரெஃபரன்ஸ் yy ரெஃபரன்ஸ்ல இருந்து இதுக்கு x1 is 1/2 right then the next top pixel next to this pixel so what is the x2 from here same 0.5 1/2 so similarly for this pixel we have to find the individual middle point individual center of gravity point for all pixels so of pixel midpoint how many pixels are here
4 sir
4 very good 4 into 1/2 am I right
2 sir yes sir
then next we go for next pixel here from the reference what is
3/2 sir
very good how many 3/2
4 3/2 sir
very good 4 3/2 4 3/2 say center of gravity about y axis equal to 1/24 pixel of 4 into 1/2 right next pixel also 4 pixels are there but the midpoint is 3/2 plus another you see here another 3 pixel 4 pixels are here what is the middle point from here
5/2 sir
very good good so plus 4 into 5/2 4 into 5/2 plus next see next so
2 into 7/2 2 into 7/2
very good 2 into 7/2 very good 2 into 7/2 plus 2 into
9/2
into 2
2 into 11/2
11/2 plus 2 into 13/2
yes sir
எத்தனை வரணும் 9 வரணும் 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 தான் வந்திருக்கு plus 2 into 15/2 plus 2 into 17/2 correcta
sir
can you tell me the value
90/24 sir total
90/24 அப்படினா ஒரு 15
90 sir மொத்தமா வந்து 1/24 into 90 வருது sir
1/24 into 90 right 90/24
3.75 வருது sir
15/4 வருமா
yes sir 3.75 வருது sir
3.75 good முடிஞ்சதா இப்படிதான் வந்து சென்டர் ஆஃப் கிராவிட்டி கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது நீங்க இன்ஜினியரிங் மெக்கானிக்ஸ்லாம் படிச்சீங்களா எனக்கு தெரியல உங்களுக்கு இல்லையா அதெல்லாம் ஆகாஷ்
sir first year la sir படிச்சோம் first semester sir
அதுல சென்டர் ஆஃப் கிராவிட்டி கால்குலேட் பண்றதெல்லாம் சொல்லி படிச்சீங்களா
yes sir படிச்சோம் sir
வெரி குட் இது இப்போ எங்க அப்ளை ஆகுது பாருங்க அது இது அப்ளிகேஷன் சரி இதே மாதிரி இங்க கண்டுபிடிங்க about xx லைன் இங்க xx லைன் இருக்கு இங்க இருந்து எத்தனை பிக்சல் 1/2
அதே 1/2
எத்தனை இருக்கு
1/2 இது 3 இருக்கு
இப்போ என்ன செய்யணும்
3 into 1/2
Very good. சொல்லுங்க பாப்போம். Center of gravity about xx 1/24 into 3 into 1/2 plus 3 into 3/2. ரைட்டா?
சார் அந்த மீதி இருக்கிற 6ம் அந்த லைன்ல தான் சார் வருது.
என்னப்பா?
மீதி இருக்கிற அந்த 6ம் அதே லைன்ல தான் சார் வருது. அப்ப அதை எப்படி சார் ஆட் பண்றது?
எது?
அந்த 2 2 இருக்குல்ல சார்.
எந்த 2 2?
அந்த 1 1
இல்ல ராஜா, இப்போ இந்த பிக்சர்ல நீங்க இப்ப இங்க இருந்து 3 ரோ இருக்கா? இதுல வந்து 3 into 1/2
எஸ் சார்.
வந்து
3 into 3/2
3 into 3/2 அப்புறம் 3 into 5/2 அப்புறம் 3 into
7/2.
புரிஞ்சுதா?
எஸ் சார்.
அப்புறம் இந்த பிக்சலுக்கு வரணும் நீங்க. ரைட் நீங்க இந்த ரோல வந்து 3 into 1/2.
எஸ் சார்.
நெக்ஸ்ட் ரோல வந்து 9 into 3/2.
அதான் சார் கேட்டேன்.
ரைட், சாரி, வெரி குட். 9 into
3/2
வந்து 9 into 3/2 plus 9 into 5/2. Am I right?
Yes sir.
Plus
3 into 7/2.
That's all. Please tell the value.
Forty-eight by
24 sir.
48/24.
2 வருது sir.
2
Yes sir.
Now you locate the center of gravity point. இங்க பாருங்க, இது வந்து symmetric about x axis தானே? You see?
Yes sir.
அப்ப எங்க வரும் பிக்சல்ல? இதுல
x axis வந்து 3.75
2 வரும், கரெக்ட்டா?
Yes sir.
2 இதான் 2, இதான் 2. சரி, இது 3.75. இது ஒரு பிக்சல், 2 பிக்சல், 3 பிக்சல், இது 4 பிக்சல். இது வரைக்கும் 4 பிக்சல் இல்லையா? 3.75 னா எங்க வரும்? 3.5 னா இங்க, 3.75 னா இங்க. So this is the center of gravity of the object. புரிஞ்சுதுங்களா?
Yes sir.
இந்த மாதிரி தான் கால்குலேட் பண்ணணும். இந்த பாராமீட்டர்ஸ்லாம் கம்ப்யூட்டர்ல ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா எக்ஸ்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணி it will give you the shape of the object. The object எந்த ஷேப்ல இருக்குன்னு சொல்லி. So this method is called future extraction. Any doubt?
No sir.
Right. இந்த ஃபார்முலாவுல சப்ஸ்டிட்யூட் பண்ண வேண்டியதுதான். ரொம்ப சிம்பிள். இது வந்து definitely frequently asked question. This is frequently asked question. இப்போ யாருக்கா புரியலையா அது எப்படி கால்குலேட் பண்ணது? Anybody? Any doubt? Okay, please take this question. Consider a circle and an ellipse that might be viewed by a machine vision system. The circle has 4-inch radius, whereas the ellipse has semi-axis A and B of 4-inch and 2-inch respectively. Apply the two definitions of thinness to both elements to compare. To both elements to compare the result. For the image in the accompanying sketch, in which white pixels are designated as ones on the black backgrounds are zeros. Determine area, minimum aspect ratio, eccentricity, centroid of the image, center of gravity of the image. Choose the coordinates of the frame in the lower left hand corner as indicated. As we did in the previous problem, you take the reference axis from the left lower corner. Okay, the image, I will show the image. This is the image. This has an ellipse a circle and ellipse. Okay, this is the circle and ellipse image. Mark the wherever one is marked. Say here I see. Here you take the boundary first. Mark the boundary. Please do it. I am going to give this problem as an assignment. You do it now itself. We have any doubt, ask me.
Sir, அப்ப நடுவுல அந்த 40 வருது சார் அது
அதுதான் அது ஹோல் அது பேரு. You have to remove that.
Okay sir.
That is a circle hole. Clear?
Yes sir.
You have to extract this image, which is the maximum coverable rectangle. You have to take maximum coverable rectangle. For this image, you have to calculate center of gravity. So hole means we have to remove that area. So 0 is a hole. So hole means we have to remove the area. So you divide the area, entire area into small regions, small rectangular square regions. For the individual regions, calculate the center of gravity about x, about this. Say you take the reference line here. You take the lower reference line here. Sorry. And here. So this is YY, this is XX. So you divide the individual components. You can divide this one section. Then you can divide this section. So I am dividing this section, subsection for finding center of gravity of individual object and combined using the formula. So please calculate and tell.
Rectangle தான் பிரிக்கணுமா சார்? ஸ்கொயரா இருக்க கூடாதா சார்?
ஸ்கொயரா இருக்கலாம். See, whatever may be the case, we can able to easily find it. Rectangular, square, the middle point is easily you can find, right?
Okay.
But a triangle means 1/3. If suppose some shape is available here, let me draw here. Say this is a complex circuit. One side is this is symmetrical, right? This is symmetrical. For this square, you can easily tell middle value. Whereas the triangle also we can easily tell 1/3. The point is 1 h/3. This point. So what is the center of gravity for the entire object? Entire object in the line common, right? Sorry, this vertical line is common, same symmetrical. But in the horizontal x line, where it will lie? Tell me. For that, 1 by the total area, this area and this area I have to calculate, and the value is center of gravity equal to 1 by area. This middle point is say x/2. Say L, length is L. This also length is L. So L/2 plus L/2 plus L/3. Okay, L/2 plus L/3. total length from the base length இது வந்து L by 2 1 into L by 2 இது வந்து L by 2 plus sorry this value is 1 L by 1 by 3 right L by 3 correct this is L by 3 so if you calculate this you will get the center of gravity line around here not here so here around this line you can calculate easily. Okay, so with this the future extraction is over. Next is object recognition. Object recognition is once the future is extracted, we can we can easily see here once future extracted based on this parameter. Okay, based on this parameter. We can estimate the we can recognize the object by template matching. Template is one model image is stored in the programmed system that has to compare with the template. So that is called a template matching for a particular bolt or nut in the industry, the robot handling that device. So for those device, the image is stored in the stored as a model image that is act as a template. So template matching. So the technique is in object recognition. Structural is based on the programmer. So programming based on the style of program, the structural technique is played. Okay. So the templating matching techniques are a subset of general statistical pattern construction, right? Recognition technique. Whereas the structural technique pattern consider the relationship between features or edges of an object. Okay. For example, if the image is image can be divided into many individual parts, as we did in the previous problem. So that 4 individual parts can be structurally grouped to identify a particular object. So that is comes here. So object recognition is the final decision of the computer vision, robo vision. So after recognition the object, the controller will give command to the robo manipulator, which is equipped in the camera window. So this is about robo vision.